Hello and welcome back to my channel. On today's video I am going to be trying out the NYX Bear With Me Blur Tint Foundation. You probably have already seen several videos of where they're doing wear tests and just different things with this product. I will not be doing a wear test today just because it's so late at night, and then there are several videos out there of that sort. So I just wanted to try this out. I do have the shade 16 Warm Caramel. This comes in 24 buildable shades. It does claim to be medium coverage, matte blurred finish. It is vegan. It blurs out any pores or dark spots. It has glycerin, matcha, and niacinamide, I think, are the three main ingredients. So all of those products are things that are geared towards building healthier skin, tightening your skin, reducing pores, and things like that. So I do have a couple of NYX products that I previously had. I even have a foundation, which is the Born to Glow, that I have not worn yet. So I just wanted to try out this product and use some of the products that I already had in my collection, because of course, if you're not new to my channel, you know that one of my goals for this year is to not stop purchasing makeup. That wouldn't be a true thing or a true goal, but my goal is to actually buy less products and use more of the products that I already have. So I hope that you all enjoy this video. Again, the second half of this video is going to be a voiceover. If you like the contents of this video, if you like voiceovers, if you have questions about any of the products that are going to be used in the video today, feel free to let me know down in the comments. If there are any products that I did not show that I used off camera, I'll make sure that I list those down below. I tried to use majority of NYX products, and then once I started to kind of gather things, I realized that I don't have any NYX powders, no setting powder, no finishing powders, or anything of the sort for NYX. So I'm not sure if I will be purchasing those items in the near future, but it was good to just go through the things that I already had and see what items I may need or what items I may be able to purchase this year. So until next time, stay blushed and blessed. Okay, let's get this look started. I'm going to start off as always with my eyebrows. I'm going to use my NYX brow glue to lay them down in place. I'm going to also take this time to ensure that my pencil, my eyebrow pencil, is sharpened so that my brows will come out a little bit more crisp. And I am going to use the Wet n Wild pencil in the shade Simma Brown now. And this is just a pencil that I purchased from Dollar Tree. I do have other eyebrow pencils in my collection, but this is one of my favorite ones. And I try to start off in the shape of my natural brows. My brows are really thin, so I do like to fill them in. And then at the top, I just add an arch because my natural brows don't have an arch that high. So this is one of the desired looks that I prefer for my brows. And the width of my brows may change depending on the look that I'm doing. Sometimes I do prefer to have a wider brow. And this is just a brush that I purchased some time ago from Crayon Case. It does have a spoolie and an angled brush at the end or at opposite ends. It's very similar to a lot of the brushes that we use that are of regular size, but this one is just a little bit easier for me to manage. So now that both brows are sculpted, I'm going to use this NYX eyeshadow base. And any products that I discuss And don't say the shade. I'm going to put the shade names down in the description. And this base is going to serve two purposes today. I'm going to clean underneath my brows with it, as well as use it in the place of an eyeshadow primer. And I'm just using a flat brush, or I just used a flat brush to put it on. And this is a buffing brush from Sonia Cashew that I'm going to use to just buff that product out. And this shade is a little bit lighter than I typically use for cleaning underneath my brows. But I wanted to try out some of the NYX products that I had and have not used in a while. So of course, I'm going to go in with my favorite, which is my Pond's moisturizer. But I also have a Angel Veil primer and a Marshmallow primer from NYX. I am going to use the Marshmallow primer. And I'm going to go ahead and put some of my moisturizer on as well. And I'm just going to blend them in. And typically I don't do this. I just blended them together because they're the same consistency. If I was using probably my e.l.f. Primer or my Milk Hydro Grip, I wouldn't have blended them together. But I will say that this did not have an effect on the wear of my foundation, because both these products, you know, just blend into my skin, and that primer just helps to lock everything in. So there wasn't any difference from any other makeup application. I'm going to use the NYX Off Tropic palette, and this is really, to me, a fall palette, but this is the only NYX palette that I actually own, if I'm not mistaken. So I wanted to, again, grab as many NYX products that I could. And with makeup, you know, you make your own rules. Even though the colors may appear to be fall colors, you can wear them when you desire to do so. So I started off with that tan shade. It actually looks yellow on camera, but it's actually a tan. And so I'm going to use that as my transition shade. My apologies. I am not sure where the footage went of me actually completing my eye look. So I'm just swatching the foundation here on my chest. I'm going to let it dry just for a second, and then I'm going to blend it in as I would on my face. And I'm just doing this to show you how close of a color match this was to me. And I think that it was a pretty good match. I typically do not go for shades that are my complexion. I normally choose darker foundations just because I like the way that they dry down and oxidize with my skin tone. But I did have to remember that this is the winter time and my skin has brightened up a bit. So I did go ahead and get the closest to my skin type or skin tone. But I think that I'm also going to purchase a darker shade as well, just because I like the wear of this product on my face. So I will say that this dries down really fast, and you do not need a lot of this product. A little bit goes a long way. So I can honestly say that I could have used a little bit less of product, but we're going to make it work. And I'm just taking a Real Techniques foundation brush and blending in this product all over my skin and underneath my chin as well. And when you're under different lighting, sometimes your makeup can look a little sketchy, but just trust the process. Continue to blend everything in. Go ahead and apply your other complexion products. And after you've finished your look, if something's still a little bit off, then you may need to change one of the tones of one of the complexion, or one or more of the complexion products that you use. But for the most part, you can probably make it work. So I do have two different sets of concealers. I have the Bare With Me concealers and the Born to Glow. I'm going to use the Born to Glow because they are already open, and I decided to go with the shade Warm Honey. I think it's the shade of the concealer. And these dry down fast as well. I like the applicator on this concealer, and I've had these for a while. I just don't really use them too often because I have my favorites. But I am trying to start off different this year and use the products that I already have in my collection. And as always, I am going to apply concealer down the bridge of my nose, my chin, my forehead, underneath my eyes, and a little bit on my cupid's bow. And then I'll start to blend those products in with my setting brush from Real Techniques. And again, you got to move kind of fast with these products because they will dry down on you. But I actually love this shade of concealer as well. You all know I like a bright under eye. So this was right up my alley. So you will see me going back and forth. You all know I like to go back in with my foundation brush and kind of blend out the edges. And today is not going to be any different. And I'm really sad that the footage was lost of me completing my eyes, but I really do like the shades of the Off Tropic palette. It does have some pressed pigments in it, and I actually went in with several shades. So I used a fuchsia, a purple, an orange, and then that tan shade. So I have gone ahead and contoured my face. I'm using a Sephora Make No Mistake foundation stick, and the shade is Mahogany. And I'm just brushing it out or blending it out with a contour brush from Real Techniques. And I do apply my contour on my temples, my cheek, my my jawline, and down the bridge of my nose. So I do use different shades of contour as well. I did not have a NYX item for contouring or bronzing. I'm going to use my Fenty Mocha MAMI to set and bronze. And that brush is an angled brush from Cala, and I purchased it from Shop Miss A. And this is a NYX Sweet Cheeks brush. Excuse me. It's in the shade Red Riot. And I'm just going to use a blush brush purchased from Shein. And I I love this shade. It blended in so well with my eye look. And these are soft, as in the name, and they're inexpensive as well. I purchased this a while ago from Ulta. This is a NYX Dewy Setting Spray. My plan was to actually set my makeup with this, but I could not get the setting spray out of the nozzle. So I ended up using my Charlotte Tilbury airbrush setting spray. And it's about time for me to get a backup of this because this is almost gone. So now we are going to highlight, and I do have a NYX Born to Glow highlighter duo. I have a highlighter brush that I purchased from Shein as well. These shades are High Key Flex and Expensive, and I chose the shade Expensive. Okay, we are going to move on to the lips. I'm going to take this NK lip pencil in the shade Cocoa. I'm using that to line my lips today. I do have a couple of NYX lippy products, but I think I'm going to go with these butter glosses here. And my go-to shades are normally Madeline and Fortune Cookie. So I'm going to go in with the Madeline first. And once it was applied, I did realize that I wanted it to be a little bit lighter. So off camera, I did add the Fortune Cookie on top. So the introduction to this video shows me wearing both those shades. And I did decide to go back into that palette. I wanted to highlight my brow bone. So I did use that kind of off-white shade that was in the palette. And I'm using a smudge brush to put that on. And I think that brush is from Japanese. It came in a set of 4. And then I also decided that I wanted to put a little pop of color under my lower lash. So I'm going to go in with this green shade, and it does have a little shimmer to it.